Have you ever felt incredibly motivated to change your life, only to give up 3 days later? Maybe you woke up on Monday, ready to transform everything. You promised yourself you'd wake up early, exercise, eat clean, become unstoppable. And for a moment, you were. But by Wednesday, the energy faded. The alarm felt heavier. The excuses sounded smarter. Or maybe you're tired of waiting to feel ready before you start. If that sounds familiar, this story is for you. Because once there was a young athlete who learned something the hard way. Motivation is a terrible master, but discipline is an unbeatable servant. Stay with me until the end. In a quiet mountain town in Colorado, surrounded by tall pine forests and snowy peaks, lived a 17-year-old high school runner named Ryan Cole. Ryan was a senior at Summit Ridge High. Everyone said he had natural talent. When he ran, it looked effortless. Smooth stride, calm breathing, raw speed. Other schools noticed him at competitions. But Ryan had one fatal flaw. He only trained when he felt motivated. On days when inspiration hit, when the sunrise looked perfect or his favorite song played, Ryan trained like a future champion. 6 miles at race pace, sprint intervals, hill repeats, core workouts. Those days he felt unstoppable. But when motivation disappeared, Ryan disappeared too. Gray skies, he stayed home. Sore muscles, rest day. Low energy, I'll make up for it tomorrow. His training log told the truth. Chaos. 3 amazing days, then 5 days of nothing. 2 perfect weeks, then an entire month lost. He kept chasing a feeling instead of building a habit.
His coach, Coach Elena Vargas, had trained state champions for nearly 2 decades. Every Monday, the same conversation. "Ryan, where were you Friday?" "I just didn't feel it, Coach. My body needed rest." She would sigh. "Your body didn't fail you. Your discipline did." Ryan defended himself. "I don't want to force it. Training should feel natural." Coach Vargas shook her head gently. "The best athletes don't wait for the feeling. They create momentum by showing up." But Ryan didn't listen. He believed motivation was everything. He watched inspirational videos every morning, hoping to trigger that spark. When motivation came, he worked hard. When it left, he waited. 4 months before the state championship, a transfer student arrived. His name was Leo Park. Leo wasn't flashy. Average build, quiet personality, decent race times. But every single morning at 5:30 a.m., Leo was on the track, rain or shine. And every afternoon at 4 p.m. he returned. Ryan watched him from a distance. He's going to burn out, Ryan thought. You can't train like that without passion. But Leo never burned out. He just kept showing up.
Regional Championship Day arrived, the race that determined who qualified for state. The gun fired. For the first 2 miles, Ryan led easily. His natural talent carried him. The crowd cheered, confidence surged. See, he thought, motivation works. But at mile 3, his body betrayed him. His lungs burned, his legs felt heavy. All the skipped mornings, all the broken routines came back like unpaid debt. Then Leo passed him. Not with explosive speed, but with steady, relentless rhythm. Controlled breathing, perfect form.
2 more runners passed Ryan. He finished 5th. Only the top 3 advanced. Leo won.
That evening, Ryan sat alone in the empty stadium. No medal, no qualification, no excuses left. For the first time in years, he cried. "I'm tired of almost becoming great," he whispered. The next morning, before sunrise, he knocked on Coach Vargas's office door. "Coach, I need help. I don't know how to be consistent." She had waited 3 years to hear those words. "Come with me," she said, quietly.
They walked to the track as the sun rose over the mountains. Beyond the field stood a row of old cottonwood trees. A strong gust of wind rushed across the grass. Coach Vargas pointed. "That wind? That's motivation. Powerful, exciting, visible." The wind faded seconds later. The flags went still. "And now?" she asked. Ryan whispered, "Nothing moves." She pointed to the trees. Why didn't they fall? Because of their roots. She nodded. Discipline is like roots, built slowly, quietly, invisible to others. The wind gets attention, but roots give strength. She handed him a 90-day training calendar. Every morning, 5:30. Every afternoon, 4. When excuses come, repeat this: "My roots don't negotiate with wind."
Day 1 felt miserable. No motivation, just resistance. But he showed up. X mark on the calendar. Day 3, cold rain. He ran anyway. Week 2 felt like war against his own thoughts, but he stopped arguing with his brain. He just moved his feet. By week 3, something changed. His body started weakening before the alarm, not from excitement, from expectation.
Week 5, the biggest party of the semester. Old Ryan would have stayed all night. New Ryan left at 9:15 p.m. "You're becoming obsessed," his friend joked. Ryan smiled calmly. "No, I'm becoming disciplined." The next morning at 5:15, he was on the track while everyone else slept. That's when he understood. Motivation feels fun. Discipline feels powerful. Week 7, he got sick. The old Ryan would have stopped completely. Instead, he adapted. Light stretching, visualization, recovery walks. The chain didn't break. 180 X marks later, Ryan looked in the mirror. Leaner, stronger, faster. But the biggest change wasn't physical. He no longer waited to feel ready. He simply did what needed to be done.
One afternoon, Leo approached him. "You're different now," Leo said. Ryan laughed. "You didn't beat me with talent. You beat me with boring mornings nobody sees." Leo nodded. That's the secret. 3 months later, Ryan stood at the starting line again. Not more talented, more disciplined. The race was brutal. At mile 4, his mind begged him to slow down, but discipline spoke louder than comfort. Every cold morning, every early night, every X mark. He crossed the finish line 3rd, state bronze medalist. Leo won gold again, but Ryan smiled the widest, because he had finally become the athlete he was meant to be.
My friend Ryan's story is your story. You're not lacking motivation, you're lacking roots. Motivation is the wind, powerful but temporary. Discipline is the root, quiet but unstoppable. If you want to change your life, remember these 3 laws. 1. Schedule it. Don't wait to feel it. Same time, every day. 2. Never break the chain. 1x becomes 10. 10 becomes unstoppable. 3. Adapt. Don't skip. Even 5 minutes keeps your roots alive. Stop chasing the wind. Start growing roots. Because the wind gets attention, but the roots win championships.